Hey guys, Mr. Milton here. Today we're going to talk about perimeter and area. At the end of this video, you should be able to find the perimeter and area of composite figures. Okay? So, perimeter is the distance around a shape. It is a one-dimensional shape. One-dimensional measurement, which is why the label is linear. Okay, you'll see that in like inches, feet. Okay. Area is how much space a shape covers or takes up. It is a two-dimensional measurement, which is why the label is squared. Okay, you'll see that in inches squared and feet squared. Okay, the labels are very important. Okay, so again, the perimeter of a rectangle, we can say feet, meters, miles. Okay, area, feet squared, meters squared, miles squared. So let's look at an example. It says find the perimeter of and area of a rectangle with a base of 5 feet and a height of 54 inches. Okay, quickly, important for us to know that we're going to try to use the same units. So they kind of tried to trick us here. Feet, inches. Okay. I am going to change feet into inches because I know that if I change inches into feet, it's going to give me a decimal. I don't really feel like dealing with decimals. So changing 5 feet into inches, I can do that because I know there are 12 inches in each foot, and so it's going to be 60 inches. So I want to say this is a 60 by 54 rectangle. 60 inch by 54 inch rectangle. Okay, so then I can find the perimeter a couple different ways. You can use the formula if you like. You can just add these together, especially with the rectangle formula. 2 length plus 2 height or width. What was that? 60 and 54. Okay, and add that together. Or you can just add all these together, 120 plus 108, and that gives us 228 inches. Okay, and just inches because it's perimeter, again, a one-dimensional measurement. For area of a rectangle, remember that was length times width. You might have seen it as base times height. Okay, either way is fine. We'll do 54 times 60, and that gives us 3,240 inches squared. Okay, important again for us to know that we changed it to inches, so that's the unit that we use. Alright, so let's look at some examples. It says a pool with dimensions of 15 feet by 20 feet. The pool has a deck surrounding it that is 3 feet wide. How much would it cost to build a fence around this area if fencing is $12 per foot? Okay, so here's how we do this. First we need to, we have this measurement already. They told us that it's 3 feet wide, so we really just want to make sure that we have that information for us. Since this pool is 15 feet, if the deck around is 3 feet wide, and we're trying to surround it as well, that'll be 3 feet here, 3 feet here, 3 feet here, 3 feet there. It's really important for us to make sure that we have it all labeled out for us. So we had 15 initially, and now we're adding 3 feet on each side. So plus 3, that will give us 21 feet. The width of this fence needs to be 21 feet to give us 3 feet on each side of the pool. Okay, our pool is 20 feet, and then we add 3 feet on each side, and so this will give us 26 feet. Okay, so trying to find the perimeter. They didn't tell us find the perimeter, but they did tell us that we're going to build a fence around the area. Okay, so around the deck and stuff. Okay, so we have to make sure that we know that's what they're talking about. Again, you can use the formula if you like. You can just add the sides together. Here we'll have 42 plus 52, and that will give us 94 feet. Okay. Now, even though that's the math of it, make sure that you're answering the question, because the question doesn't say how much feet of fencing will you need. It says how much will it cost. So if you put 94 feet on a test or quiz, you lose a few points, so make sure you don't do that. Okay, make sure you're answering the question, and our question is 94 feet, not 5, 94 feet, and $12 per feet, or per foot, will give us $1,128. So to build a 94-foot fence, it would cost us 1,128 feet, or sorry, dollars. I said it right the first time, maybe. Okay, so other question says, how much did the concrete deck cost if the concrete cost $2.50 per square foot? Okay, so let's figure that out. We want to find the area of this deck. Well, here's how we can do this. We've got to kind of think through it. How much concrete's actually here for the deck? We have this larger rectangle of 21 by 26, but then we also have that swimming pool. That's 15 by 20. And so in order to find out how much concrete's there, we want to find the difference of that. We're going to take this whole large area and subtract the swimming pool from it, because that part actually doesn't have the concrete deck. And so we can find the area here, 21 times 26. Come on, calculator, pop up, buddy. I think I overused the calculator button. 21 times 26, and that gave me 546. And then 15 times 20, which will give me 300. But I'll double check. Okay, so then this will actually be 246 square feet for the concrete. So again, that is not what they're asking me for. They're not asking me for how many feet the concrete is. They're asking me for how much it'll cost. So it'll cost me 246 times $2.50, which the concrete then will cost me $615. Alright, so let's look at the back side, and we'll start looking at some composite figures, because hopefully you understood and remember rectangles a little bit. Just kind of thinking through how we're going to make sure that we double check our work and can find the perimeter and area of these figures. So, composite figures, just find the perimeter and area of this composite figure, of each composite figure. So, they give us this figure here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to pretty much label what they didn't label for us. And that way we can't get confused and mixed up with where stuff is. So they told us this whole thing is 10. Okay, they told us that this is 6. Okay, could be a rectangle here. Obviously we got a little bit more pushed out here. So this is 6 and this is 10. That should make this 4 meters. This whole thing is 15. We have 4 here. Means we have 11 meters left here. Okay, seems like now we have all of our sides marked, and so we can find the perimeter here just by adding everything up. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 4 is 14, plus 15 is 29, plus 10 is 39, plus 11 is 40. Nope, 50. And it can also help you out just to write all that stuff out just to make sure you didn't mess up. Now I circle it so I can make sure as I go through I have it all. Especially on a test, you won't want to lose points because you said 29 in your head when it was actually 39. So make sure that you take the steps and precautions to get it right. 6 plus 4 plus 4 plus 15. Nope. Plus 4 plus 4 plus 15 plus 10 plus 11. Okay, and that's all the sides I have. And that's 50. Okay, so the perimeter then is 50. Double checking, 20, 30, 50. Alright, great. Alright, now they're asking us for the area. They're asking us for the area, and this is how I would do the area. I always try to break it down into some more manageable shapes for us, okay? So I'm going to break it down into a square square here, and the square, the area of the square, 4 by 4, 16, and this rectangle. And so I have 11 by 10. 11 times 10, 110. And so then I can add these two together, and we get 126 meters squared for the area and 50 meters for the perimeter. Number 2 is challenging, okay, in the sense that there are a lot of numbers and a lot of places that you can make a mistake. I'm going to ask you to do that. Think about it, find the perimeter, find the area, bring it to class, complete it. Alright, see you guys.